Hey everybody, we're coming to you from Georgetown, Texas today, but the video this week is about our travels from Port Aransas, Texas on the coast to Wichita Falls, Texas.
Yes.
And we made 3 stops along the way. One in Choke Canyon State Park, I think it's south and west of San Antonio.
Yes.
Then Messina Hoff at a Harvest Host in Fredericksburg, Texas. And then we spent a couple days in Wichita Falls, or excuse me, I'm sorry, at Thousand Trails in Whitney. There we go. And then we went on to Wichita Falls.
There you go.
So, but the reason for the trip was I got a jury summons end October for November 2nd. And we were on the East Coast. And so I called them and said, hey, we're not going to be anywhere near there. Little girl says, the clerk said, that's fine, we can reschedule, we'll push it out. And I said, well, I'm not sure when we'll be back to Texas. He says, how about January 24th? That should give you plenty of time to get here. And I said, okay, I guess that's how it works. And so, which is fine, you know, that's one of the things when you travel full-time is you might get a jury summons.
And you may not be able to get out of it just because you're traveling across the United States.
Right.
They may delay it for you, but they probably aren't going to let you out of it.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna say, oh, don't worry about it. And we could I'll talk a little later about it, but they definitely need people to be showing up for them.
They do.
But anyways, here's our travels over that period from Port Aransas to Wichita Falls. And if you watched our video last week, you noticed we bought a Jeep. And this was kind of our first long travels with 2 vehicles, and
it worked out just fine.
It worked out fine, but we didn't push it very long. Each day we kept it under 200 miles, I think, didn't we? So, but anyways, enjoy the video, and we'll talk to you later.
Last night behind, and I need to get some peace of mind. And when I need some peace of mind,
We left I.B. McGee Beach Park in Port Aransas this morning. Only took us about 2 hours to get here to Choke Canyon State Park. So we're going to check it out. So how'd it go?
Good. It's an extra $4 for the Jeep.
For the Jeep?
But, yeah, you know, I told her, I said, well, last place, she says that your trailer counts as one. I said, well, the last place I did count it. She says, I don't know. But then she told me how to put it in. She says, put the truck in first, then the Jeep, then the camper, and it shouldn't ask you for more people, because what it was doing to me is, says you got to have occupants if you have a vehicle.
I may hold back a little bit so I can run the GoPro as we head down there, okay?
by the end of the road. So I walk and I keep on walking. Though the shoes I wear are a mess. As I walk, 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 and I keep on walking till I'm at the end of the road. Till my feet are hurting, and I need to keep on going further.
Hey, little pond back there.
No artificial, I hear the pumping.
I hear it. Look at all the bird feeders. Look at that one over there that they made out of a log. There he goes. Look at the reflection of him off the water. Well, the ducks flying around out here.
They all came down north from the north, so they some of them may not make it there.
It does look clear.
Yeah, definitely. Some kayak, make sure kayak.
Oh yeah, this would be a great place to kayak. No.
So I guess it's a good fishing lake. So there are 20 shelters out here and a big group picnic area in the middle. So let's see what they look like. Don't look like too many people are staying in the shelters this week, but we are during the week. So
3 beds.
3 beds. 3 mattresses. Is there anything else in there? Like a table or anything?
Nope.
Just the table out here, huh?
Yeah.
There's a table and a grill out here and a fire pit. And then 3 beds in there.
Not a green jay or a cardinal.
Yep.
Carry a map. We're at home at Wimbledon.
And carry water.
Leave behind. Gotta be careful not to get stuck. And so I walk and I keep on walking. Though the shoes I wear are a mess. As I walk, walk, walk and I keep on walking. Till I'm at the end of the road.
Hey, we just came off Emperor Run Trail and we're at the rec center area, or the recreational facility area and boat ramp. They have, oh, look at that deer. There's a deer right in the middle. See if I can get him. See him? He's just standing there. Anyway, so it put us out at the picnic area, the day use. Looks like there's a bathroom down there. Oh, and look at egret down there. And they have this little path down to the water's edge.
It's a pretty nice little lake, isn't it?
It really is. Lots of birds out here.
There's basketball courts, tennis courts. Looks like some kind of baseball, softball field. A gymnasium, they're calling it, and a dining hall. So I think you can have a group event out here and rent the little shelters or bring your tent or your camper.
Yep, and then you could also rent the group hall.
Drop down and face the wind. Always look beyond the setting sun. All the time you wasted here will never come
So like we were telling you earlier is, yeah, I'm in Wichita Falls. I had a jury summons, got postponed January 24th. I showed up, and it was really good that, you know, I did it. It was nice to take care of that, and I think we all need to kind of do our civic duty, and that's a very important part. Because when I got there, I found out they had like sent out 500 summons. Only about 150 people actually ended up coming, probably due to changes and things. Or no, 200 and some. And about 50 or more got excused. So they were running out of juries because they were trying to seat jurors for a couple district courts. So of course I didn't have an excuse to get out. So I got seated for jury selection for a district court case. Had to come back that afternoon. I did not get picked. But what I found out is I had to stay the week, and every night go onto a website or call in and check and see if I was the report the next day. So luckily didn't have to do it Monday night. Tuesday night I checked, nope, they didn't need us, so I had to stay around because they could select us up till Friday.
Right, and we had reservations at the Wichita Falls RV Park, so we couldn't really leave anyway because we had to make it for the week anyway.
We had to do that. Checked Wednesday night, and on Wednesday night they said, you're excused. We won't need you Thursday or Friday, so you're relieved of your jury's obligation. But we had already reservations till Friday, so we just stayed till Friday, and we'll show you a little bit of our runs around in Wichita later. So, but yeah, it turned out to be okay. You know, it's kind of an inconvenience, but hey, when you pick this lifestyle, it's just like having a house. There's things that come up that you rather not do, but you have to do them.
Look at all the passenger trains they have. Cars. Yep. Burlington big. Yep.
Wow.
That was a big one. It was. It's huge. My guess is the bell still works.
City Park, Ryan's Plumbing. So this is the area they're trying to revitalize.
Okay, Bill, what are we doing?
We're gonna walk down and see the falls of Wichita Falls.
And we're taking the Circle Trail from Lucy Park.
Lucy Park. Yep. Exactly.
Lucy Park has a nice little nature center that goes with it, along with a large amount of land, several playgrounds, picnic areas. It's right along the
disc golf course.
Yeah, they also have lots of trails and a public swimming pool. Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're here at Wichita Falls, and it may be a little loud. We have a highway next to us and the falls behind us. Now these falls are kind of a recreation. The town was originally named for a set of low water falls that were in the river, but they were washed away in a flood in 1886. The town was founded, I think, in 1876. I'm looking on my phone.
Right.
Yep, 1876. So I think this was the recreation.
And Wichita comes from the tribe of Indians that lived in the area.
Right, lived in the area. and it's the Wichita River. But also there's a little plaque here from the people of the city of Niagara Falls, New York, kind of congratulating them on the rebirth of their falls when they built this one, I guess. So here we are, we're walking on this, it's a pretty nice path in Wichita Falls. It's running near the Wichita River. This section that they built actually ends right at the campground, but heads west for, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, and there's a whole network of paths around this part of Wichita Falls, and we hope to explore more, but they're really trying it. As you can see, I'll flip around and we'll show you some shots walking on it, but
I think their eventual plan is to connect them all.
yeah, they are, make like a big loop around there. But if you're in Wichita Falls and you stay at the Wichita Falls RV Park, you can jump on this path. We were going to take our bikes, but it hasn't got above 40, you know, 45 in the last few days, so maybe next time. We'll usually come once a year to take care of business. But it's really kind of neat. We were here Sunday afternoon when it was a little better weather, and there was a fair amount of activity. There's several parking spots. It goes through a little nature area. It has some shelters and
Picnic areas where you can stop to eat, and benches, tons of benches and trash cans.
So it's a good place to get a walk in and not have to walk near cars or a street.
There aren't any bathrooms though.
No bathrooms. So.
And the first access off of this from the campground, if you're coming this direction, is Hobo coffee shop. It's really nice.
Yeah, there's a parking lot right there. I think it's Loop 11 or something. The road that runs right by it, and there's a nice little parking lot there, and that Hobo coffee shop, and it's like in an old railroad or container, basically.
Another good coffee shop in this area is Frank and Joe's. They have 2 locations. That's awesome.
Yes, they do. They're pretty good. So, but anyways, we're out for a little walk. Here, we'll show you some pictures the other way. So, here's one of the benches Deanna was talking about.
And
they're like a glider bench.
Glide.
There's a little water on it because it actually snowed last night.
Yeah, it got a little icy.
So here's the path, and there's the Wichita River. We're heading, which is basically west to east, back towards the campground. And right up there where that white car is the parking lot. And then we'll walk up through the parking lot, and over to the right will be the coffee shop.
Should be better than your old phone.
Because make fun of my old phone, because like
it was an iPhone 6. Yes, I am making fun of your old phone.
right there is the Hobo coffee place. You gotta walk around the street. That's Highway 277, also known as Seymour Road, I think. So we're coming up here. There's a sidewalk around, and you can cut over to the Hobo Coffee Shop.
And the Hobo Coffee Shop is owned by the daughter of the people who own the campground.
Yep, Wichita Falls RV Park.
Which is just straight down Seymour.
Exactly. So they have a pretty nice seating area out back when it's a little warmer. Like we were saying, you know, when we were here for the jury summons, every night I'd call and see if I'd have to come in the next day, and of course I never did. So we took that advantage of those days and did some side trips and things. One day we even got the windshield in the Jeep replaced. It had a big crack in it, and I was able to find somebody who had one in stock, and we took that. But we also took a side trip to Archer City, the hometown of Larry McMurtry. And so we're going to give you some info and some clips on that.
Hey Bill, what's so special about Archer City?
It's hometown to Larry McMurtry, you know, author of Lonesome Dove, Last Picture Show, the Terms of Endearment, Texasville. He even was co-writer on Brokeback Mountain. But he lived in this area, and the movie Last Picture Show, this is the basis for it, his hometown. And this was supposed to be the little movie theater, you know, that would have the Last Picture Show.
Who were some of the people that starred in those two movies, Last Picture Show and Texasville?
Who was it?
Timothy Bottoms, Jeff Bridges, Sybil
Quaid, Sybil Shepherd, Ellen Burstyn, Cloris Leachman, Ben Johnson, one of my favorite old Western actors. And he, I think, actually won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in Last Picture Show. And the thing about Last Picture Show was shot all in black and white. So, interesting area. It's there's not much evidence or anything. We thought there'd be more, you know, like hometown of Larry McMurtry and stuff, but we really haven't seen much.
What about the bookstore that Larry...
Yeah, he had a big bookstore here, Rare Books, and like part of a city block, and it looks like it's all shut down, and so it's really kind of interesting. In fact, it looks like maybe homeless people kind of use this sometimes. Somebody left their laundry.
So Archer City is the county seat for Archer County, and this is their little square. In 1969, Archer City was the filming location for the Last Picture Show. It was an Academy Award-winning film based on the novel by their native son, Larry McMurtry. They also came back in 1988 to film the sequel, Texasville. McMurtry is author of 50 works, including Pulitzer Prize-winning Lonesome Dove and Oscar-winning screenplays and films based on his books. Okay, the bookstore is closed today, but I wanted to show you a little from the window. And supposedly it's still owned by the family today.
So we hope you enjoyed our little trip from Port Aransas to Wichita Falls, and please leave a comment below if you've ever had to change your plans to appear for a jury summons and how your experience went, especially if you're a full-timer and that happened to you.
And be sure and subscribe and hit the little like button, and come along and join us next week, because we'd love to have you join our little nomad family here.
Yep, so get up and get out.